What's up, Dragon Brood? We are back doing our daily deck videos after taking a little bit of a break, getting everybody set up for Kaldheim, giving you some other content, but here we are. We're all good. And we're going to be talking about some Orzhov Angels today, because it was one of the most popular requested decks based on feedback, based on views. So we're going to go ahead and start with that for the season. And we made a few interesting changes to see what works, so we'll see kind of how it plays out. But we're kind of excited about this one. I know it's one that all the new Angels kind of leads to a tribe that people really want to play. So let's see if it's got any legs or not here in the early stages of the format. Also, I want to thank everybody for hitting 10,000 subscribers before February 1st. Here we are. And we did it with a week to spare. So thank you very much for that. And also, if you're new to the channel, which several of you are, because I see all those subscribers, don't forget to check out the end of the video where we have our card spotlight, where sometimes we talk about financial value, we talk about history of a card, sometimes just cool strategy you may not know about. So just a little extra little tidbit we kind of stick on the back of these videos. So be sure to check that out. And as always, if you want the description, you want the deck list, it'll be in the description below. And if you want to visit any of my sponsors, check out us on Twitch or Twitter or Facebook or anything else, all of our links are down below. But for now, after you hit that subscribe button, we're going to go take a look at this Orzhov Angels deck. Alright, so starting from the top, we have 4 Speaker of the Heavens, which this card, I don't know how often we're going to go ahead and end up making Angels, but it's in here. It's one of the better 1-mana creatures we can have, and it's a cleric, so it works with a couple other things, so it's like, why not? We'll keep it in here. Then we're playing 4 Bloodchief's Thirst, partly because we just want some easy early removal since some of our things may be a little bit slower, but it does actually remove some of the big clunky things that, Ugin or other planeswalkers that your opponent may try to sneak in there after playing the silly, Tibalt's Trickery. So we want to be prepared for that as well. Then we have 4 Youthful Valkyrie, just gets bigger when you play Angels. Clerical Lifespawn, this is one of the few non-Angels in the deck, but it does actually get bigger when you play clerics because you'll gain life. Whenever you gain life, you get a counter. And there's enough angel clerics in the deck that actually make it function. And even if you just gain life, that'll be fine. Resplendent Marshal, again, a bunch of angels, bunch of clerics, so you'll get to use the ability pretty regularly. Righteous Valkyrie happens to be an angel cleric, happens to gain life. So everything works out here. Veto, when you're gaining so much life, we're going to try to take advantage and see if we can drain the opponent a little bit. Legion Angel, this doesn't gain life, nor is it a cleric, but I'm trying out to just have a couple of extra aggressive things. Also, if the opponents happen to sweep the board, it's a card you can play and then kind of just keep loading your hand, so it gives you a little bit of extra play after a sweeper. So we're going to see how that little bit of insurance helps. And then we're playing 1 Starnheim Unleashed, just because I can see how I feel about this thing being in Foretell, and do we make 6 Angels off of it, or something crazy? We'll find out. Then 2 Vengeful Reaper. Now, this is the card I'm sure most people look at this list and they're going to complain about and say, this card sucks, it's not very good. And I agree, the card's very mediocre. Very medium, as some people would say. But it does have Death Touch, which will come in handy sometimes. And it does have Haste, which lets you sneak in sometimes and get down some Planeswalkers. You can put it in Foretell, and with it having Haste, if the opponent decides to sweep the board, it's something you can do right after and get the finishing couple points down. So I'm not going to give up on this card just yet. I still want to see what it's capable of doing. Then we have 3 Fursure's Retribution. It is possible that this should be a 4th, and maybe we remove one of the Vengeful Reapers. I could be talked into that, but for now we're going to go and just play 3 and see what happens. And 2 Baneslayer Angel, which, Baneslayer Angel's 5/5 for 5, flying, first strike, lifelink, awesome. But it actually does have protection from dragons, and there's a fair amount of dragons running around right now. Now, how important is that going to be? I have no idea, but it is a thing to note. Then the rest of the way, we just have some Amelia's Call, some Plains, Swamps, full set of Pathways, 3 Temple of Silence, and 4 Fabled Passage. A little bit concerning because, this is 7 tap lands, but we really don't have a bunch of stuff on 1. We're really playing on 2+. So, let's see how it works. For an aggro deck, might play a little bit differently, but only way to find out, let's go hop into the arena. Alright, so here, first off, my opponent's name is Ragnarok of Worlds, which is hilarious, because, Kaldheim and all. I don't even know if that just made that screen name or not, but we do decide to keep this hand. And it looks like we have everything we need to play out through a couple of turns. So we're not too concerned about this even being on the draw. And as much as we'd like to play the Speaker of the Heavens turn 1, it's just not the best play, knowing that we really need to either find more mana or even, well, really be able to play something on 2 and 3 if we can. So we just tuck the 2 mana play, knowing we're probably going to play the Valkyrie anyway. Especially having a 3 mana Angel in hand to back it up. And the Stone Coil Serpent's like one of those cards, like a little bit annoying. It's a 2/2, but we're not that worried about it. Our Angel's going to be a 2/3 or a 2/4 really quick now that we picked up that Plains. All right, and they're playing a Familiar here, which I'm not sure why, but you know, it does fly and it blocks some Angels. So I don't know, maybe they're metagaming. They want to stop some Angels. All right, so we're going to play the Valkyrie. Valkyrie's going to put a counter on the smaller Valkyrie. Righteous to Youthful, I guess we should be specific. And then Palladium Mirror. So now there's a real concern. They're at 6 mana. 2 more and they can cast an Ugin, which is a bit scary here. Yeah, just go ahead and... The question here really is, do we want to kill that Palladium Mirror, or do we just want to play something of our own and try to set up the turn? Like, you know, because you really could just play Veto and Speaker here, which I think we're going to go ahead and do. And just figure we can at least buy 1 more turn from Ugin next turn if we have to. And we do drain the opponent for some life. We can attack here and, you know, kind of just trade the opponent's... get him to chump block with the Serpent, possibly. Alright, so they just took 2, which I guess is okay. And another Familiar. Scrying yet again. And left it on top, so it's a little bit concerning. But now it's just like, okay, you only have 1 card in hand and you keep leaving something on top. Like, it's what is it? So now it's like, okay, do we save the Bloodchief's Thirst for the inevitable Ugin, though it's still 2 turns away if we kill the Palladium Mirror? Or do we just kill the Mirror here and then hopefully draw something like Baneslayer Angel to back it up? And I opt to go ahead and just kill the Palladium Mirror, because my logic here is just like, if it's Ugin, they'll still have such a big advantage if we don't draw a land. If I knew we had another land in hand, we could just play a Baneslayer Angel or something afterwards. I wouldn't be that worried about it. Now, granted, that card was something I did not see coming. The Forsaken Monument. Makes sense that it's in the deck, though. I mean, I've played artifact decks, similar situation. So now we're just going to start gaining some life here and seeing what we can do to drain the opponent. So that's 3, pump our team. Play Speaker of the Heavens for 1 more, drain the opponent for 1. We can activate, make an Angel here, drain the opponent for 6. Put a counter on 2 things. Then ultimately, I attack with all 3 here, which is actually a little bit of a mistake. Because the Righteous Valkyrie is only a 4 power, I don't even get to kill one of the defenders. So that's actually kind of lazy. Same thing on the Veto. I should have just waited to attack an additional turn. You know, see if we can... Because we were going to put 2 Angels into play anyway. Those would have ultimately just drained the opponent. Though they could gain some life here off the Forsaken Monument. We'd have been making 6/6 Angels, so even 2 of them would have just killed the opponent. There was really no reason to attack there. I ended up just making this game longer than it needed to be. Yeah, because even if I gave the opponent any amount of life back there, we would have just killed them this turn. Would have made 2 Angels for 6 each, would have been 12, plus our Valkyries would have, our Youthful Valkyries would have been pumped up. So yeah, we would have been totally fine. And still have the option to drain or get rid of a creature here with Bloodchief's Thirst. So it's all kind of silly, really. But now it's just kind of like, all right, well, you've got 3 3/5s and a 4/4, and we have a 6/8, a 4/6, and a 4/4. Like, what do you want to do? And, you know, it started to kill the Stone Cold Serpent, but the reality is it'll just trade with something. So we want to kill something that won't trade. That's the bigger thing here. Alright, and now we just start attacking with everything, because it doesn't even matter. Like, they kind of have to split their blocks. I mean, they could double block to try to kill... Well, they actually can't, because that'd be 6. So, yeah, that won't even do it. So those are the best blocks they have. They're going to lose 2 creatures, we lose 1. And we just say, okay, cool, do you just have the Ugin next turn? Alright, this is it. If they have it, we possibly lose. If they don't, we're still in it. Okay, well, they have Forsaken Monument. All it does is gain some life. Doesn't really do much. And that's kind of game. Alright, we get to go first in this one, and though we do have 2 plays, I'm not excited about it, but I'm still going to keep, because it's 3 turns to draw land, effectively. So, you know, let's see what happens here. Or I guess technically 2 turns, but we ended up drawing another Valkyrie, so I'm like, okay, well, great. Youthful Valkyrie into Youthful Valkyrie. If we have to into Youthful Valkyrie, we just won't like it. So the opponent's got an Ice Tunnel. I'm assuming they were going to go try to Blood Chief Thirst here, but they actually don't. We found a 3rd land that was nice, but it wasn't a black mana. Which ultimately ends up not mattering here, because not like we had other stuff that was gaining life. So this is the part I really don't like. So I'm like, okay, if we play the Valkyrie, are we just giving up all of our cards? If they draw, say, like the white land to Doomscar here or something next turn. Or whatever. I mean, I don't know. It could be Extinction Event or whatever. So it's like, alright, I'll just attack. I'm really waiting for something to happen here, but it's just like, oh, just Shark Typhoon. Fair enough. For a 1/1. Not the biggest thing. And then here, the opponent didn't do anything. And I was like, okay, well, I guess they have a counterspell? Alright, let's see here. We're gonna play Fursha's Retribution? I have to assume this is getting countered, but we're gonna do it anyway. I mean, because otherwise it adds an angel. We're going to get basically +3/+3. Huh, that wasn't what was under Foretell. Okay, interesting. If that wasn't it, what are you waiting on? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That wouldn't kill them, but it would be real close. Oh, is it the Blood in the Snow? Is that it? Exile a bunch of, or kill all creatures? Okay, I'm just going to attack with these. See what the opponent does. It could just be like Shark Typhoon here. Block our 1/3. Which, if so, we're kind of okay with that. Yeah. I said not great, but it's fine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and play this. Just force the opponent's hand next turn. And if we find a swamp, then we can go ahead and kill something. Choosing blue. Okay. Well. Alright. And we're countering this or doing something. You gotta kill a creature. I mean, a thing's gotta happen here. Intriguing. Must be another Shark Typhoon. Okay. If it's another Shark Typhoon, this is the best attack then. Oh, it wasn't. Oh no. I guess this is where we lose everything next turn? I mean, they did play it real close and went down to 2. I don't know what they put under Foretell way long. There it is. There's the blood in the snow. I was going to say, sort of knew something was coming. Sometimes you just know these things. Exile Veto, since he's a cleric. Because we can't put anything on our angel, so. Resplendent Angel does nothing for itself. Another Blood in the Snow? Nope, just putting the card under Foretell. Alright, well I guess we'll just play a hasty thing. It will be a cleric, so we'll gain a life and then pump the cleric a life spawn as well here. Okay, so they would just die to the haste thing. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep this. We're on the draw. I mean, even if we don't get a black land, we can go Valkyrie into Marshall. If we really want to, into Marshall. I guess our opponent's just trying to play turn 2 Trickery here. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to have to try to find our one of Blood Chief's Thirst. Or maybe even our haste creature. Kind of depends on how this plays out. Alright, here you go. Cast their 0 thing and counter it. Yep, there it is. Hope you hit your other Trickery, Knucklehead. Or a Tormod script. Either one. Alright, they got Nasika into a bridge. Alright. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything to the bridge. Alright. And they got another Asika, which doesn't do much for us either way. What's the best thing to do here? I guess to be mana efficient, we'll just do this. Alright, they found that. That's going to get in the way for a bit. And it does have double strike. So, very annoying. Okay. Let's put this here. Play this. Play this. And we can attack, but that doesn't particularly do anything yet. So we'll just pass. Alright, more Asikas that aren't doing anything. Does that have vigilance? Oh boy. Well, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm on block. I was going to say, I would have just team blocked the whole lot there. I kind of want to kill this Angel of Destiny, but I don't have 2 black mana. And we're kind of a ways off from using this even, so I'm just going to put this in tapped. Can't think of a situation where it's going to matter. Alright, there's Valky. Well, I guess Valky can turn into a Resplendent Angel. I mean, you might as well. Why not turn into an angel? Go for it. Ugh, so gross. That's unfortunate. Alright, just passing. Not a game where things really happening here. It's kind of unfortunate. Like a whole lot of nothing. Need another one of them black manas.
Always consider the consequences of your freedom.
Alright, so they're going to do -3, I'm assuming. Sweet. Still need a black mana. Doesn't change anything. Still doesn't. Alright, well, we're just going to pass. I want to go first. That's okay. This one I think we're going to go ahead and keep anyway. I mean, we've got a 2-mana thing. We can still play Temple on 1, use that to scry and set up something. Don't know how good it's going to be. Ooh, well, that changes things. We're just going to have to draw something to play on turn 3 now. Alright, what do they want to do to that? Oh, just a Polywog. Alright, well, we don't really get anything out of this, so that's a bit unfortunate. You know, just pass. Alright, you got a Parcel Beast. All you. Yeah, no blocks. I'm about it. Like, no fight from this side. See, this is tough because I kind of want to scry here, but I'm actually, well, we do get to drain the opponent if we do. I mean, we're not going to get to making the Angels for a little bit anyway, even if we're lucky. Alright, so that helps a little bit. And we do have the mana to set up to be able to cast Veto, or activate Veto, so we could get a big late turn, possibly. I assume since the opponent's playing Mutate, we're not going to really get to make use of this Retribution, because they'll probably just have like a Gem Razor. I will say, though, the one thing by not playing Temple last turn is if we were to draw a Blood Chief's Thirst here, we wouldn't be able to take advantage of it. Oh, wow. Alright. That's not a thing you see all that often, huh? Well. That is something. Well, All these cost 4 or 5. So it's like we can... Man. Alright, here's what we have to do. Oh, they just said good game. I guess they thought they were losing. Okay, we get to go first this time. We'll go ahead and keep it. I mean, playing against Yorion, normally I'd just scoop this, but, you know, we'll just play through, let them sweep our board, and then we'll move along. What's funny is I'm more bothered by the fact that they're a cat enthusiast, and they're playing Yorion. Like, that's not something, it's not a cat motif type card. Just saying. Alright, let's see if they put something in for Tell here. Are they? Are they? I mean, really, okay, Golden Egg. I thought they were actually just gonna play like Glass Casket or something there. That would actually made a lot of sense too. Alright, we're at 23. We're going to be able to go to 27, 28, 29. Double up our life next turn. Maybe. Kinda, sorta. Ooh. I wouldn't mind for telling this, but that's not really where we're at right now. I mean, we'll attack. I mean, that's 16. You can kill a Valkyrie and make it 6 less. Nope, Omen of the Sun. So I guess they're just looking for some type of sweeper here. Oh, they left them both on top. Yeah, we are not keeping these creatures, y'all. Oh, we'll get some life just for sport. In case we need it later. But I know where these creatures are headed. Ooh, let us draw a card and then draw a land and let it be our haste angel. That's what we're really looking for. Giggity! Look how much life we have. Ooh, we go first with this, so we have to mulligan. It just doesn't cut it. We'll keep this one, but it's not great. Sadly... Ugh. I'm actually going to toss that. Just in the event we end up in a situation where we want to cast stuff. Okay, we'll take it. Don't love it. I should probably bottom that. There's an argument that I could even went Speaker of the Heavens, but then I would have just drawn planes anyway, so I don't know. I think I'm already playing wrong on turn 2. Just where we're at. Let's see what the opponent's up to, though. This is a mill deck. We hadn't run into one of those in a little bit. Let's find some of our 3-mana creatures. That'd be a nice start. Well, we lost some cards we would be able to use, so that is a little unfortunate. And we followed it up with something we don't need. We can still gain some life, so let's go for it. A lot of times the opponent, I was about to say, opponents won't block because they don't want you to have something that, like, gives your creature death touch or pumps it some weird way, and then they end up losing the crab, so... that sucks. We did lose the Blood Chief Stars. We could have used that here as well. That's a little unfortunate. There's our Kasima. Wow, what do we find more problematic? Do we want to kill a Kasima? Or do we want to kill a Ruin Crab? This is actually a hard decision. I think we... I think we want to kill a Kasima, sadly. I mean, I don't really know what the decks are doing yet, so I can't really justify one way or the other just letting them have the Kasima. Though they might just have another one here. Alright, they foretold something. Drew a card. Alright, we're not too worried about the weird Kraken thing, because it's on the ground. So now if they don't get rid of the Retribution, we can at least kill their crab, which is a thing. Don't know what it is they foretold. Oh, it just returns a thing. Alright, that's fine. Fair enough. Alright, we're still at 35 cards. We're not sweating it too much yet. This will get double strike next turn. That's not nothing. I'll just leave it. It doesn't really matter what we leave on top, truthfully. I mean, if we thought it was important to protect the Marshal and have it late game, we could have put it on the bottom. But, if the opponent draws a land here, they draw a land. Probably just going to bounce our Baneslayer anyway. Alright, there's a Kasima. Probably have a land incoming. Nope, just a Wilt. Okay, that actually wasn't a bad turn for us, believe it or not. That actually works out pretty nicely. I actually don't hate that at all. We can now play... Can't quite play both of these. We could foretell this, though. So let's go ahead and play Resplendent Marshal. Since we have plenty of cards in our graveyard, we're going to go find one of our Angel Clerics, which this fits the bill just fine. And then we are going to attack with just this, which definitely puts us over 27. We're going to make an Angel. We're going to foretell this thing. Alright, so do what you will with your Kasima, friend. So we got 10, we've got 13 in the air. The opponent's at 13. And we have 30 cards. Well, about have 27 cards left. Alright. Let's see what this is about. What you got, opponent? Got to do something to one of our flyers. Okay, there you go. You can block one. That is a real thing you can do. Alright, so we get white XX. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can make 3 angels here. I like the way that sounds. 3 angels is probably great. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attack, attack, attack. Because if you block a 4/4, we don't carry. You block the response. Oh, I guess I should have done this first. I could have pumped my other angels. I thought they were going to block the token. Oh, that'll teach me. Where's we have another angel cleric? Yeah. Let's make 3. That's what my math says we can do. And then we'll have a 4th one. It's a whole lot of angels. Regrowth, not going to come close to milling us. So unless they've got something else awesome with those last 3 cards. I mean, Kasima could come into play, draw a card. Yep, get a couple cards actually. Yep, that's not going to do it. We'll lose another 6. And we have way overkill for the opponent. Yep. Not nearly enough. No blocks. We'll just take our 6. We go to 30. Yeah. Pull this one back. We'll attack with all the rest of that team. Alright. Well, you know, I have to say, here in the early going, that actually did pretty well. I mean, obviously, we ran into some people testing some cards and probably weren't the most optimal decks, but the deck actually worked. And I have to say, the Cleric of the 1/1 actually made Angels more often than I thought it was going to. And we had a game where our Haste Angel actually mattered. So, you know, when all the cards in the deck matter, what can you do? Sometimes it works out better than you expect. Yeah, I mean, there's probably some stuff I would change here, but I think it's going to come down to what the metagame ends up looking like. I think that's just going to kind of be the story for the first week or so. Everybody's all over the place. A lot of decks haven't added new cards yet. So until we figure out where everything's at, there's just going to be kind of a guessing game. And we're just going to let it be. Let it breathe, as they say, before we figure that out. Also, for today's card spotlight, we're going to be talking about Maze of Ith. Mostly because this card's really interesting, right? It's always been worth something. You know, it's one of those things, though, that the prices come down recently. So anybody who really wants one, now's the time to pick one up. I think with the most recent reprint, it brought the price down just a little. But I have a feeling that if we don't see it reprinted again and within the next probably 6 to 9 months in some other master set or something, you're going to see it start creeping back up. So if you want one, now's probably the time to pick one up. And this card, anybody who's old school knows this is one of the most annoying cards you ever could play against. So yeah, get your hands on one if you need one. And remember, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you've been having some good luck with here in the early goings in Standard. Don't post deck lists, but just let me know deck types, or maybe even something you want to see. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.